Hi guys, how's it going? My name is Julio. Welcome to my YouTube channel. In this video, I want to talk about my journey to the Grammy nomination. In particular, for my recent album, The Willow Doesn't Weep, which was candidated for Best Contemporary Blues Album at the Grammy Awards that will take place in February 2026. What did I learn since I didn't get nominated? Funny enough, I was nominated in 2025 for my contribution as musician to Antonio Vergara album The Fury, which was in the same category, Best Contemporary Blues Album. What I've learned is that no matter how much you're going to invest in a project, in music, if you're going to put 100% yourself, if you're going to reach out to your fan base, nothing is given for granted. And the second thing that I've learned is that now more than ever, the only artists that are ultimately relevant are the ones that are constantly on the road. This is a matter of fact. We're all being swamped with AI content, artificial fake music and visuals that are literally saturating the majority of social media platforms. Maybe YouTube is one of the few platforms where we're still seeing real content. People that talk straight into the camera, share their experiences, talk about the journey. But as far as I can see, the only way for a musician, probably a content creator in general, is to be present in person. 2026 and so forth, like 27, 28, and etc. To me, there will be the years where we will witness a renaissance of live music performance. For many reasons, one being that for sure there will be a small group of people, maybe big, that will crave for real life interactions. A lot of people are already having issues, not just communicating, but building relationships in the real world. We're feeling so disconnected. We're so used to live in our little bubble that the random socializing in public places, venues, spaces is becoming a rarity. Now, if you're born after the year 2000, for sure, you know that the world of online, internet, social media platforms is now more than ever more real than reality. We are giving so much importance and meaning to communicating and sharing our lives here online rather than being present and building meaningful memories, meaningful connections in the real world. Said so, going back to my experience, having an album candidated for a Grammy, I had an amazing time connecting with the Recording Academy community. I am myself a voting member of the Recording Academy, and I have nothing to regret about my journey and my experience, doing my best basically to let the world know that The Willow Doesn't Weep is out, that a blues, contemporary blues album featuring incredible musicians and having the support of an amazing group of people still is, to me, a statement at the present moment of my journey and the journey of the artist that took place in the making of the album. Said so, I still think that it is more important to do music for you than trying to make music for other people. And I'm not saying that you shouldn't work as a service provider, playing music, writing music, or providing services for other artists. That the meaning is to basically create an economy or have an economy around content creation. That's perfectly fine. It's a whole world by itself. But if you are a solo artist, it doesn't really matter how professional you are, how structured you are. It will still be not enough if you are not performing live. I even think to the extent that it's more important to have a very well crafted and rehearsed show than investing tens of thousands of dollars or euros into making a record without really knowing if that record will be even heard. Even if you have a community of fans that are doing their best to support you, you still need to remember that right now the music industry hardly cuts even. It's so tough being a solo artist in 2025 and having to go through the whole experience of building a team, getting burned with time wasters, scammers, that you really need to do it, first of all, for yourself or for the people that are in your band, rather than doing this thinking about music as a sustainable business. Because it's not true. 99% of the times is not true. Coming back to having a record and trying to get nominated at the Grammys, I actually deeply respect and admire the people and the artists that they are involved in the albums that are currently nominated for Best Contemporary Blues Album. All those artists, Joe Bonamassa, Samantha Fish, there's so many great artists in the top five that they totally deserve to be nominated. They've been touring at least for a decade, and in the case of Joe, for several decades. They build a strong community over a lifetime. Personally, for my solo music, I'm not there. I haven't toured for decades. I played with a lot of people. I had decades of experience as a session player, performing live in studio, but I don't have, in my opinion, what those artists have for their original material. And because of this, I deeply, deeply respect and I'm happy that they are getting the well-deserved exposure that the Grammys hopefully will give to them. It did taught to me that the lesson is, if you want to put out an original project, it's not enough to have great songs, it's not enough to have great musicians and to have great feedback in writing. You need to be present. You need to build a connection and a memory with the audience live. This is what I've learned. And again, even it's the end of the 11 Weeks podcast, which documented my journey. And I have a lot of footage that is from studio sessions that I haven't released yet. And I'll release it, over the next few videos that I'll, put out on my YouTube channel. I definitely want to say thank you to everybody involved in this project and also for teaching me a very important lesson, which is trust your instinct. I was right when 2 years ago I was saying that the only thing that will really matter for original artists is live performance. Live performance is the ultimate frontier, is the ultimate dimension where you will build valuable and memorable connections with people. Everything else online, it will be just a come and go. It will literally be unreliable. So thank you for following the 11 Weeks podcast. If you haven't watched the previous episodes, I suggest you to do so, especially if you are considering to submit an album for consideration at the Grammys. I've shared my journey. I will show you what I did, basically, and the hustle, the rehearsals, the writing process. And if you have any questions, as usual, feel free to drop a comment in the section below this video. Ciao for now.